2, 3, 4. Always filming on a busy road. I don't know, I'm going to get a different director, I think. Anyway. Always happens when you sit next to me, sausage.
Oh, did you get tongue-tied?
Yeah, tongue-tied.
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 That's because you're all. That's because you're all fizzy. You're all fizzy in your tummy.
Should we try it again? 2, 3, 4. And now it's over to our roving.
You're really good at this.
Let's try it this way. And now it's over to our roving weather reporter, Robert. I still didn't get that right, did I?
No, put your tongue in.
Back to the studio. There, that's where we're going. There.
That's a good idea.
Well, I hope you can hear me. I'll start that again. There I see. There's a man doing his best for the planet. It's just not. It's not. It's not the future.
Typical advice from a petrol head.
It's Friday. Welcome back to Rudge, aka the Doctor. If you just joined us, hit the like, hit the share, and hit the subscribe. Sit back and enjoy the ride. And if you visited the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much for doing that. Massive help to me. You're actually contributing to making these videos. I don't think I could do it without that now. Anyway, what have we got this week? Well, Andy and Michelle. Ah, look at that. They're still here. I'll do one for you in a minute. Tour guide's job taking the photographs, don't you think? So where are we today? Well, as you can see, we're on one of my favourite roads for the bike because they re-tarmacked it. Word of caution here, if you're coming down this way or this way, what you have to remember if you're on holiday is that people live here and it is actually a main road. So don't just pull up, look in your mirror. I nearly ploughed into somebody a while back because I came around that bend and they just stopped. I wasn't expecting them to. So make sure it's, but you know, there's plenty of room to pull up and have a good look at the view, which is pretty staggering from here. In fact, you can see my village down there. You can just about make out Jackie's house from there. The Hobbit Hall. You can see St Thomas, where we were the other day with Andy fishing. So yeah, I thought it was time I took Andy up the mountain. So yeah, I've already took the Hobbit up the Ainos, which is the mountain.
Now you're taking Andy. Should I
Yes, yes.
I never knew that.
We're very cosmopolitan on this channel. So yeah, let's get on with the video. Here we are on the main road between Augustoli in that direction, Poros in the other. And there's your sign for Ainos. There is a better sign just down there. Thinking you'll miss it. But we're now going to turn right here and head on up there. There, that's where we're going. There. Right, better get back in the car with the children. I'm having so much trouble with the Hobbit today. It looks like it's going to be a good video for your Ian Redmonds that follow the site. He loves a bit of banter. I think she's the director now, she does.
What have I done wrong now?
Nothing. Are you going to be hanging out the car or anything today?
That's a good idea. What now?
We've got the Hobbit on camera. Right, yeah, Hobbit's swinging the camera, so I just thought I'd point out, you see this little church thing here? There's a Y junction just in front of us. Now, if you go to the left, you'll end up in on the road that goes to Poros and Sami. And if you go up the other one, which is where we're going to go, that takes you up to the mountain. Because a lot of people don't know that, you see. It's still alright, I reckon, on the camera. Leave in the comments what you think. As long as you're careful in your hire car, you'll be fine up here. All you've really got to be aware of is the debris. If we've had an earthquake, you might get some rubble on the road. That's about it. And those stones will take your tyre out because they're very sharp. Other than that, might be a bit scary if you don't like heights.
That stunning mountain.
So for those of you who've been coming a long time, you'll remember this, but those of you who haven't, that's the TV station up there, as was. I'm not sure whether it's actually being used now. And they used to use it for military purposes as well, I think. But the road only used to come up this far once upon a time. I will be going up there when I get a 4x4 to video that, because I think it's abandoned now. I think there's still some military stuff up there, and that's it. Anyway, leave in the comments, because there's a few of you I know have been up that place, and you can tell the other people who read the comments all about it. Right, here we go. We're entering the national park now. Now, there are certain parts of the year when they close this due to wildfires. So it's always best to check if you can to find out if it's open. Just don't take it for granted. It will be, because we had a pretty long dry summer last year. It didn't rain from April the 1st when I got back right the way through to September, and they get a bit touchy then, so they locked the gates and wouldn't let people up here. You're not allowed to camp up here, but there are some very nice walks. Hobbit thinks she's going to do a few of those. Not with me, she's not.
There's some caves and horses around the other side.
Yeah. Is that to entice me, sausage?
Well, you like a horse.
Oh, well, I thought it was you. You know, you nicknamed the car Kylie.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, the Hobbit's a big fan of Kylie Minogue.
She is a horse.
Oh, can't say that on the channel, sausage. As you can see, the road's pretty good. Right, so I've got them all to the top of the mountain safely. Now then, let's ask the power of YouTube, shall we, Andy? Now, we've had an interesting conversation with the Hobbit on the way up here, who said that if you're at the top of this mountain and there's an earthquake, let's say, for instance, a 4 or a 5, we get a lot of those here, then you'd feel it less here on the top of the mountain than you would down below. Now, my theory is that it's a bit like a jelly on a plate. You wobble it and everything moves, and it's probably worse at the top than at the bottom, because you've got the tectonic plates, haven't you, moving backwards and forwards, and she's thinking of movement this way. So anyway, See if you can explain to her about that. We've tried, and I think we've failed, but she thinks you'll feel it less up here than you will down there. I have tried to explain to her that there's lots of rubble all over the road at the moment on the way up here, because we had an earthquake not long back, and of course they've started clearing that, but there's still big lumps of rock on the road that have fallen off the mountain. Leave it in the comments.
But we're not standing on a lump of jelly, are we?
I'm not talking about it anymore. Right, now then. Another bone of contention with me is I'll tell you the summit is down the hill that way. And I'll repeat that. I'll tell you that the summit is down the hill that way. Of course, you have to climb up to it, but you've gone down in order to get up to it. Yeah. I have done the summit. You can see it in one of my videos if you go back along. But I think that this is the highest point, and you know, when you look at it from my house, I've been told it's an optical illusion, all sorts of things. And I've done a bit of studying on this, and when you're at the summit, you're looking up at these towers, so that can't be right either, can it? So I always walk round from the road, round here. Oh dear, looks like one of the reflectors has fallen down. Oh. It does get very windy up here. So you walk up here, a nice cool breeze up here today. It's not as cold as I have known it, but then we've got no cloud cover, so the sun will still get you. Walk right up here as far as you can go, and then you can see absolutely everything today. It'll be a really good time for me to have Robert's several million pixel camera that he's been winding the Hobbit up with. So let's see, down there, if you can hear me over the wind, that strip of sand there's Lordas. You can see it all from here. Lordas, Trapezaki, and then you've got St Thomas, Posada. I'm struggling to remember all this today. I haven't had enough to drink. But anyway, you can see all the beaches along. You can see the airport, Svaranata. You can see Agostoli, Lixuri, Rabbit Island, Ixie Beach. Over there in the distance you can see Zakynthos. Can't quite make the main... Oh yeah, you can just make the mainland out over there. Just. Of course, from the summit you can see the other end of the island. That's probably why they did that. Just about, and the mainland. But I think this is a better view. See my house from here. What do you think of that, Andy?
Absolutely amazing.
Breathtaking. Is it taking your breath away?
Yes,
Well,
it is.
It's took the hobbits away. Look, she's holding on to the fencing. So in that direction you've got Syria, and over in that direction somewhere you've got Italy and Venice and all that area. Right, sausage?
I'd like to get a picture of that.
Ah, okay. Hobbit don't like it, look. She doesn't like the fact that I'm close to the edge. Well, it's only a few thousand feet down, isn't it? You like sausage?
No,
Why?
I don't like it when you go so close to the edge.
Well, it's not that close. Look, it's not. Look, it's not that close.
You're not looking at where you're walking.
I bet Sarah doesn't like that either. She doesn't like it.
No, I don't like it at all. Oh.
Anyway, there is something I've noticed that you wouldn't have seen 30 years ago when I came to the island.
Yeah, I think. Oh no. Oh, leave it up.
Look at that. It says... Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Right, and just like that, we've brought Kylie because my back's not fantastic, so I didn't fancy walking. We've, as you come up, the towers we've just been at are on your right, and there's a little track on your left which takes you down to what they call the summit. You know what I think about that. Anyway, this is where I always used to come back in the day when I wasn't happy with the world, let's say. So I used to bring a few bottles up with me on the bike, and I'd sit just round this corner, and you're about to see why. Let me take you with me. Should be brilliant today because it's very, very clear. A little bit chilly here now because we're in the shade, so we're not getting direct sunlight, so it's always worth bringing a shirt or a coat or something up here, even on a hot day. Now, this bench used to be a bit closer, and I said once before on this channel, I famously fell asleep on it. I'd had a heavy night, and yeah, woke up to this. The things I used to do. Now, I'll probably be corrected on this, but I have been told recently that you can see that bit of the mountain from downstairs. Nothing has grown there. It's completely barren, and apparently during the war the Germans bombed the living daylights out of it as a show of force. I would imagine because the resistance were hiding up here, as I've read, and they wouldn't be able to find them, would they? So they bombed the living daylights out of that, and that's apparently why that is as barren as it is. Leave in the comments if you know better, but that's what I was told, and that was by somebody local of a certain age, so maybe they remember it, I don't know. But you can see almost see Catelios from here. You can certainly see, well, you used to be able to see before these trees grew as large as they have. You used to be able to see Lourdes down there, but you can't quite make it out now. Well, you actually get a little glimpse of it. But again, fantastic place to bring a picnic. But always take your rubbish with you, because I've found bottles and all sorts up there that I took back with me in the car. The summit, for your information, is further down the track, and as you can see, everything's going downhill from here. You can see the mainland today, actually, just in the distance there. I don't know whether it's coming out on camera, but you can just see them with the naked eye, see the mainland. There you go. So do you like it on the mountain sausage?
I love it, but no.
No.
I love it, but more away from the edges.
Yeah, you don't like the... Ooh.
No, I don't. Edible dormice, though.
Edible dormice, apparently.
Some of the species. You've got a feral mouse you can eat. No,
Yeah.
no, not eat. Feral mouse, as opposed to what in the wild?
Tame.
Tame mice. And the edible dormouse up here.
See, you learn something new every day with The Hobbit. Yeah. Great day to be alive, though.
It is. It's fantastic.
Look at that.
So is that Lourdes there? That one.
That's down there, yeah.
I've never known it so warm up here.
No. Like I was just saying to the viewers, you need to bring a coat sometimes. In fact, I bring a coat, whatever. Yeah. You see the mainland over there. It's that clear today, you can see Zakynthos Airport. Amazing. As Robert would say, amazing.
Amazing.
Well, it seems to have been a hit with Andy. What are you doing, Andy?
Mucking about.
And through there you can see the other side of the island.
Yeah.
Now if you climb up the summit you get that view a bit clearer. There we go. It is just a really good place to come, but now I like to think I've got reasonably good at this. Certainly did today. If you're anywhere this side of the island, I can't speak for the other side because I've never really lived there, but Lordas side, where I am in particular, Avythos, we're at the bottom of the mountain. If I see clouds coming across from the Sami direction, which is the far side of the mountain to me, and they're higher than the mountain, it's a good day to come up. If they're actually on the mountain, well, if there's more cloud behind them, unfortunately, that's a write-off, because you'll get up here, and as me and Robert found out one afternoon, you won't see very much. So yeah, it's all a case of in the morning looking up, and if the clouds are above the mountain, you know, in other words, if you can see a bit of blue sky, as my gran would say, if there's enough blue sky to make a pair of sailor's trousers, then by all means come up and you'll have a day like this. But I've certainly not been able to see Zakynthos Airport before in the 35 years I've been doing this, so it's a bit of a treat today. You know, Andy and Michelle are certainly enjoying themselves, so we'll take them to see the Captain Corelli truck now, I think. Have you watched the film?
Yes, I have. I sat on Sovereign Bay and watched it with you.
Ah, right. Well,
We got very, very drunk.
Because you see, we have to admit, we were very, very drunk. In the comments where that came from. We'll see how many people watch that. Yeah, right, I'll take you and we'll show you the Captain Corelli truck.
Excellent.
We'll be back after this short break. Right, I've nipped out without the gimbal, so I'm doing this old style, holding the phone in my hand. There's a little bit of controversy about this. Sorry about the shaky camera, but I'm walking. I just happen to think it's nothing to worry about. I think it's forest management. If you look at some of these trees they've cut, they were rotten, weren't they? There's a lot of it. The mighty MAN F2000. Yeah, I certainly haven't seen any evidence of them cutting healthy trees down, so I think it's just a bit of forest management that needed doing. But there is some nice wood. Smells like Andy's boatyard. Yeah. The smell of wood is amazing. Anyway, back to the car. I think we're off to Sammy now. Billy!
Hello, Billy Goats.
Billy!
Oh, they stink.
It is, right?
Yeah.
Honky dory.
Funky dory.
Well, here we go. We've got a bit of rush hour traffic to get through. A few sheeps. Right, well, normally I would head down there, but because we've got Andy with us today, we're going to go down there and head for the road that goes between Poros and Sami, and we'll get a little snack at Sami. Hobbit's very impressed with that idea. Let's go.
Steady as a rock.
So this is the road that runs through the middle of the mountain, really, but I don't film it very often, so I'm going to hand you over to Hobbit Camp. Right, so there we are. It's traditional now that when I bring a friend of mine over and introduce them to the island, firstly they watch the film, and secondly they would come and look at this. And there's another one of the boats that was damaged in the Medicane that we had a few years ago. Why nobody's done anything with this, I don't know. But it's sitting here rotting. And if somebody does do something with it, I'd appreciate it if they let me know. So there you go. Right, so here we are, Hobbit's favourite place. We'll see what the crew think of this. Me and Robert enjoyed it here. I'll let you know what it is like this year, but the last 2 years it's been pretty consistent. What did you think of that, Andy?
Oh, beautiful. Absolutely stuffed.
Well, the Hobbits
Really
ate,
nice.
yeah, the Hobbits ate twice as much as anybody else.
She did.
So I'll show you what she had. This young lady here served us. So if you pop in, she's the person to see. So we had, well, I had the Mykonos. That's the one I can recommend. The Hobbit had the dill, and then what was the savoury, the sweet one you had?
Chocolate, whipped cream, and cinnamon.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Nostimos.
Yeah. Yeah, she taught me how to say it. I've forgotten already. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Anyway, it's a really good place to come. Yeah, so if you're fed up of traditional Greek food and you're on your holidays, why not try this? It's a traditional Greek street food. And you do gyros in those as well, don't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Pretty much anything your heart desires. They've also got moussaka.
This is the handmade food, the Greek traditional food. No, it's pastitsio.
Pastitsio,
Yeah.
yeah. And these here,
This is
stuffed peppers?
Tomato, yeah, with peppers, with rice and meat inside.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh. Anyway, nice to meet you. See you
Bye,
soon.
Thank you very much. Bye.
Have you got everything, sausage? Right, I'll show you where we are. In that direction is the mountain road back to Augustoli, and the square is just to, if you're coming down that road and you turn left, you go into the by the sea. This is the back road, and if you follow it around, it goes all the way around to the port, and you can go up to Antisamos from there. So that's the establishment. I've recommended this before. It's just something a bit different, really. If you're on holiday, you can get a bit fed up with some of the Greek food. I recommend it. You could ride that, could you?
Yes, very little. Looks like a little virago.
Don't worry, James. There is no way she's having one of those.
Very little. It's got a nice padded seat for you at the back, look.
What are you laughing at?
Nothing.
Actually,
just mucking
I
about.
could get one too, and you could go on the back in that nice
See what goes round.
I'll put you a nice sissy bar on the back. So
Yeah,
you
all
don't
right, leave
fall
it,
off.
leave it. It was funny for 5 minutes. Right, so here we are. You've been here many a time, those people who watch me.
Yeah, it's nice.
But I'm sure you never tire of it. And of course, last time I was here, things were just opening up. Whereas now, it's got quite busy. So let's go and have a look. Might be a bit windy, so I don't know how much of this I'm going to be able to film. Some hire boats there. Yeah, we've just decided, we see the Hobbit. I went, where is she? She's way over there. Now all you parents out there will relate to this. You know when you, because she's little, you know when you're in the supermarket, you go, oh, where's the child gone? And you have to go to the customer service. It's embarrassing. It happens all the time. So it's been suggested that I put her on one of them tethers on my arm so that she can't get away. Maybe we'll do that, I think. Ian Redmond will probably advise me on what to do there. Leave it in the comments, Ian. Oh, keep it clean. Yeah. Anyway, Andy's not been here before. It's his first time over this side of the island.
Oh, I like Sammy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Do you like Sammy as much as you like me?
Oh, there's a leading question.
Yes.
Of course I don't.
Of course I do.
Oh, there you
Well,
go.
there you are.
It survived to live another day. Because you went a bit close to the quayside there, Andy.
close to the exit.
Yeah. Correct answer. Where the hell's the Hobbit gone there? See, this is a problem. If you were thinking of getting a Hobbit, well, braver man than me gone to dinner. Oh no, I happen to know this is expensive because when I had money, I used to go in here. Sausage, I'm a pensioner now, I can't afford that. Looking for a wedding ring probably.
How did you know? And look at the snake one they've got. Quite actually good. Isn't that a nice ring? Well, that snake one.
Go into the break the cabinet with and we'll do a runner. Yeah, that was the cabinet I got one of my rings from. Still got it.
Look at that snake necklace. Not fun.
Good news! I've managed to drag the Hobbit out the jewellery shop without losing my shirt.
Or buying me a wedding ring.
Anyway, moving right along.
I like watching the colour drape from your
Yeah,
face.
she does it on purpose.
Do any opportunity. Every time you see a church.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway, we're going to take it to the vets now. Get it sorted out. I think Andy needs to go to the vets as well,
More
doesn't he?
than me.
Yeah. Go on then, sausage, off you go. What you got there, Andy?
Madagascan vanilla.
Madagascar vanilla.
Oh, it's very good.
It's very, very good. Yeah. The Hobbit hasn't got one. Why have you got one, Hobbit?
Because I had 2 crepes.
Oh, 2 craps.
A salty one and a sweet one.
A salty crepe. They usually make your lips crack, don't they?
Yeah, well, we'll sort that out in the car later.
Oh, right, okay. Right. Well, I think we'll go and sit on a bench and look at the boats.
Did you say stay outside?
No, he said go inside because the weather's not good. I was like, no, if the weather's not good, stay outside. We really will.
Yeah.
There you go. See, he said it's not so good.
I reckon that lives a lot.
Yeah.
So of that engine.
Oh, it sounds like Sovereign Bay.
Yeah, it doesn't smoke as much.
No, not quite as smoky. Deploy the smoke screen, Bond. That's lovely, look at that. We'll get you on there, sausage, don't you worry about that.
And how are we going to get the bike on there, though?
Well, go get your ducks lined up.
What's that? Hey, look at that Toyota.
Oh yeah, look at that electric hybrid thing.
I understand.
Isn't it wonderful? Saving the planet. Well, that was this week's video. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed making it. Thanks for watching, thanks for all your support. If you haven't already, hit the like, hit the share, hit the subscribe, sit back and enjoy the ride. And those of you who hit the Coffee and PayPal page this week, thank you ever so much for doing that. You're helping an old pensioner make some lovely videos. So I'll see you guys next week. Thanks for the support and all your comments. Catch you guys next week, and don't forget, dreams do come true. True story.
I don't know. Go back. Just not quite so. Just please.
Wow!
No. Okay. It's a great photo. Shit.
I'm one of them. Hope it doesn't like me getting too close to the edge.